call Colin King.
Mr Speaker, it's a pleasure to take a call during the second reading of the Aquaculture Legislation Amendment Bill number 3. And in doing so, I'd just like to address a couple of questions that were raised from the other side. One of the speakers over there asked why there needed to be ministerial power. The simple reason for that, Mr Speaker, is because under the review done into aquaculture by the Sir Doug Kidd, it was designated that there should be a minister for aquaculture, and this government is very keen to see aquaculture put onto a sound footing. So therefore there was set up within the Ministry of Fisheries a designated team for aquaculture. And I would have to say that as we went through this bill, it was wonderful to have the expert guidance and focus of that particular team. And what has come out in this particular bill is to the credit of those officials that advised us. Very, very complex issue. Under the 2004 legislation, we had a problematic situation where there was only one species that could be farmed within an AMA, and what we've learnt, particularly in the Marlborough Sounds, is that with good sound science we have opportunities where finfish can be farmed, and wonderful opportunity. And talking to Work and Income the other day, we had our maximum unemployment for some time, and we see aquaculture within the Marlborough Sounds, especially around finfish, as providing in the short term another 300 jobs. So this piece of legislation certainly does put aquaculture onto a very sound footing, and we look forward to that. It was interesting also that the industry came to the Select Committee and said to be, take more leadership around legislating for how the undue adverse effects would be managed, and we pushed back at that and we said no, we won't. But the industry was actually looking for central government leadership, and we're very fortunate, Mr Speaker, at this time to have a very able minister who is able to show appropriate leadership, and in so doing we can be very proud of the efforts that the Select Committee have come up with within this bill, and the fact that the government has shown confidence in this industry, and it has got a fine purpose for the future, one that we believe will reach $1 billion within the year 2025. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Mr Speaker.
I call Dr Asher Chowdhury.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. With a few minutes we have left before the break, I've been listening very carefully from the other side on this bill. I know we work very hard in the Select Committee, and I give acknowledgement to the Chair. We do a good job in the Primary Production Select Committee, where we work together in a bipartisan way, and try to make these bills acceptable as much possible as we can. Mr Speaker, this bill amends 4 current acts, and that include the Resource Management Act 1991, Fisheries Act 1996, Maori Commercial Aquaculture Claims Settlement Act 2004, and Aquaculture Reforms, Repeals and Transitional Provisions Act 2004. Mr Speaker, the committee members had an opportunity to visit South Australia last year, and as has been said before, that we had a good look at the aquaculture in South Australia. And particularly we wanted to know what is it that makes South Australian, particularly aquaculture, so successful as compared with New Zealand. And I'm quite sure that a number of those recommendations that we brought back at the time were helpful in getting this third bill on aquaculture. And can I say, we have made quite a few improvements with the current acts we got, but certainly, Mr Speaker, there's a lot more to be done in the future, because I don't believe this bill going forward, albeit we all support it, I don't think it's going to be solving all the problems that the Minister claims that it will solve. I wouldn't be surprised within a year or two we come back with another amendment. And I think there are areas, particularly a couple of areas, one of those undue adverse effect area where there has been a lot of submitters who...
Sorry to interrupt the honourable member. The time has come for me to leave the chair for the dinner break. This debate is interrupted. I shall resume the chair at 7:30.